Hello, this is John at 8Asians for the DNC, Democratic National Convention here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And here we have Chris Liu of the Obama administration. And Chris, could you explain what you do for the Obama administration?
My title is Assistant to the President and Cabinet Secretary. I am the President's primary liaison from the White House to all the federal departments and agencies. Essentially, it's making sure that on any given day, the White House and the agencies are all on the same page.
Terrific, terrific. So would you say, I think I've read you're the highest Asian American in the Obama administration? Would that be?
Let's just say one of the highest.
Okay, one of the highest.
That's the safest thing.
Yes, okay, yes. And so earlier in your public remarks at this get-together, you had mentioned that early on when you got involved in politics, there weren't a lot of Asian Americans involved. And I'm curious, what led you to pursue law school and then later a role in public office as well as government and politics?
You know, I was always interested in politics from a young age. My father loved politics, and we used to watch the evening news together. I remember watching the presidential debates in 1976 between Gerald Ford and Jimmy Carter together. So my father's love of politics and history is where my interest came from. When I was in college, I also interned for my local senator, my state senator, and I loved the experience. And so I went to law school after graduating from college, spent about 4.5 years at a law firm, and then at the beginning of 1997, had my first job in politics and came and worked on Capitol Hill.
So your parents never really showed any, typical angst about not becoming a doctor or a lawyer or engineer?
I'm not going to say they showed no angst, but my parents were very supportive of me. I do think that they wonder, because there were not a lot of role models at the time, can somebody really make a career doing this? And I remember, when I left private practice as a lawyer and went into government service, I took about a 40% pay cut. And, my mother was sort of shocked by that. In Asian cultures, your pay's supposed to go up, it's not supposed to go down. And, but they've always been very supportive along the way.
Right, right. So I'm sure they're quite amazed at the role that the progression you've made since switching into the public sector.
It has been an amazing ride, and I can't even have believed this is what has happened to me. I mean, I feel very honored every morning when I walk into my office in the West Wing, and even if it's a good day or a bad day, you're sort of just taken back by the history that I work in the White House. And I think to myself, as the child of immigrants, both of my parents came to this country to come to college. It would have been unthinkable 50 years ago when they came to this country that their son would someday work in the White House. And I think it speaks a lot to what a great country we have and to the opportunities that are now available to Asian Americans.
So what would you say to Asian Americans studying college or in high school right now, if they're interested in government? What would you say to encourage them more? Certainly there are more AAPIs in government, but I'd just like your perspective.
I would say first of all, my career is a testament that you can succeed in politics and you can make a living doing this. And you don't take my word for it. There are wonderful people like Norm Mineta and Judy Chu and Mike Honda, and we saw Mark Keem, our amazing delegate from Virginia, as well as all the other people that have been in this room today. There are so many of us that have done it. And so, look, I know in Asian American cultures, being a doctor, being an engineer, being a lawyer is still valued, but I will tell you, you can have an amazing ride as I have had in politics.
Lastly, I'd like to hear from you why you think this election is so important and what Asian Americans can do to get involved in either party, to really participate. Because I feel Asian Americans in general, even in California, haven't really been participating in the same rates as they should, representative of the population.
The first thing Asian Americans need to do is to register to vote. That is the most important thing. And once you register to vote, you got to go out and vote. It is your responsibility, it is your duty as a U.S. citizen to come out and vote. And historically, Asian Americans just haven't done that in the percentages as other ethnic groups in this country. So come out and vote. Now, when you come out and vote, I really hope you vote for the president. I think the president has done an amazing job over the last 3.5 years. He has, I would say, and I'm obviously a little bit biased, he has put together a record of accomplishment on behalf of the AAPI community that rivals what is done in every other administration combined. This president has appointed more Asian Americans to senior level positions in the administration than any other president. The president has made historic investments in education and in healthcare that will help Asian Americans. He's passed 18 tax cuts for small businesses that will help 1.5 million Asian Americans owned small businesses in this country. I could go on and on and on. Let me give you another example that people don't know. When the president came into office, there were 8 Asian Americans serving as federal judges. There are now 17 that have been confirmed, and the president has nominated 3 more. So when those are confirmed, it'll be 20. We've gone from 8 to 20 in 3.5 years because of the president's leadership. That commitment to diversity, the commitment to the issues that affect our community, that is why this president ought to be reelected.
Terrific, terrific. Now, I've also read, added, I guess not my last question, but added to your comments that Asian Americans, especially in Nevada and Virginia, could be the swing vote, as well as in possibly some other states. As someone working in the administration, are you someone that can be involved in campaigning for him, or is there a strict line of...
That's a great question, and what I should say to your readers here is that I'm here at the convention, I'm here doing this interview in my personal capacity. I'm a full-time employee of the federal government, and there are restrictions about what I'm allowed to do from a political perspective. So I'm here in my personal capacity, even though I work for the White House. So by and large, my job is I keep my White House job, my White House hat on, and I leave the campaign stuff to other people.
Okay, great, terrific. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck with the rest of the convention.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I think